Every new year comes with dreams, ambitions, and promises. But dreams don't manifest through wishes, they manifest through will. You can talk about your goals all day, post your resolutions on social media, and tell the world what you're going to do. But until you move, nothing changes. 2026 isn't waiting for you. Time doesn't stop for the uncommitted. This is the year you must decide that excuses are no longer your companions. Excuses are the language of comfort. They are the vocabulary of delay, the sound of wasted potential. Every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow," you push greatness one step further away. The truth is, tomorrow doesn't exist, only the decisions you make today do. This is the moment to silence the voice that says you can't, the one that reminds you of your failures, your lack, your past. You've entertained that voice long enough. The only difference between those who achieve and those who only dream is discipline. Not talent. Not opportunity. Discipline, the daily, unrelenting, silent commitment to push when no one is watching. You will not always feel motivated, but you can always choose to be consistent. The clock doesn't care about your feelings. The world doesn't owe you a chance. You must take it. You must wake up every day and do what others refuse to do. When you face difficulty this year, and you will, remember that every challenge is a test of your commitment. Pain is not your enemy, it is your proof that you're growing. Every struggle, every setback, every moment you want to quit is shaping you into someone who can carry the weight of success. Don't despise the process, it's preparing you for the promise. Excuses are the silent killers of destiny. They disguise themselves as reasonable explanations, but in truth, they are barriers we build to protect our comfort zones. Every excuse you make is a brick in the wall that separates you from your potential. People often say, "I don't have the time," or, "I don't have the resources," but those are not truths, they are justifications for inaction. Time is created through priorities, and resources appear when commitment is absolute. The greatest achievers in history didn't start with everything, they started with a decision to stop making excuses. Excuses feed weakness. They train your mind to accept mediocrity and to justify failure. When you choose to remove excuses, you choose to expose yourself to accountability, and accountability is where transformation begins. The human spirit was never designed for limitation, it was built for expansion, for mastery, for creation. But excuses shrink that power. They convince you that your environment defines you when in reality, your decisions do. Every excuse you make becomes a permission slip for failure. When you say you can't do something, your mind believes it, your body follows it, and your results reflect it. Excuses give comfort today but regret tomorrow. They make you feel safe in the moment while slowly stealing your potential. The most dangerous thing about excuses is how convincing they sound. They sound logical, even justified, because they protect your ego from the pain of effort. But effort is where excellence is born. Every time you silence an excuse and take action, you train your mind to become stronger than your emotions. Excuses make you emotional, discipline makes you powerful. The gap between who you are and who you can become is filled with excuses waiting to be eliminated. When you catch yourself saying, "It's not the right time," understand that there will never be a perfect time. Waiting for perfect conditions is the language of procrastination. Life rewards those who move despite uncertainty, those who act even when they are afraid. The truth is, excuses often come disguised as logic, but they are simply fear in disguise. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of hard work. The ones who rise to greatness are not those who never feel fear, they are the ones who act in spite of it. You must refuse to let excuses dictate your direction. You must learn to challenge your own mind when it begins to negotiate comfort over progress. You don't owe your past any loyalty when it has kept you small. You don't have to repeat cycles of delay because of what didn't work before. Every new day gives you the chance to break free from the limitations you created. Excuses die in the presence of decision. Once you decide that your future matters more than your feelings, your excuses lose power. Every excuse you overcome adds another layer of strength to your character, another level of clarity to your vision, and another step toward the person you were meant to become. Excuses are the most subtle form of self-sabotage. They are the invisible chains that keep people tied to the same patterns year after year, convincing them that their circumstances are the reason for their stagnation. When you make excuses, you give away your authority over your own life. You hand your power to situations, to people, to fear, and you begin to live as a victim of your environment instead of the creator of your destiny. Excuses don't sound dangerous because they wear the mask of logic. They make sense in the moment, they comfort the mind, and they justify inaction. But behind every excuse lies potential that will never be realized. The person who says, "I can't," closes the door before ever trying to see what's possible. The greatest tragedy is not failing, but never beginning because an excuse whispered louder than purpose. Every excuse is an agreement with limitation. It's a conversation between you and your weakness, and every time you say, "I can't," "I don't have time," or "I'm not ready," you reinforce that weakness. The mind learns from repetition. If you repeat your excuses long enough, they become your identity. You start to believe that you're someone who can't, someone who's always one step away from readiness. Excuses create illusions of safety, but they imprison growth. You cannot hold onto excuses and reach excellence at the same time. The moment you eliminate them, you invite accountability. And accountability is uncomfortable because it exposes what you've avoided: the effort, the discipline, the consistency required to build the life you claim to want. But accountability also ignites transformation. It demands honesty, and honesty is the beginning of freedom. The truth is, no one is born with the perfect conditions to succeed. Everyone starts with something missing: resources, support, time, opportunity. But what separates the achievers from the dreamers is not what they have, it's what they decide to do with what they have. Excuses focus on the absence, determination focuses on the possibility. When you stop explaining why you can't and start asking how you can, your entire life begins to shift. Every time you silence an excuse, you strengthen your mental muscle. You train yourself to operate beyond feelings and to act on purpose. Excuses speak the language of comfort, purpose speaks the language of commitment. One will always silence the other. To eliminate excuses, you must take full responsibility for your outcomes. No blaming, no waiting, no wishing. Responsibility demands that you look in the mirror and accept that your results are reflections of your effort. That is not judgment, that is empowerment. It means that change is within your control, that growth is a decision, not a coincidence. Excuses dissolve in the presence of a made-up mind. When you decide that your goals matter more than your comfort, your excuses lose their grip. When you choose to act instead of complain, your vision begins to manifest. And when you rise above excuses, you rise into the version of yourself that was waiting all along. Discipline is the invisible bridge between desire and destiny. It is the foundation upon which every dream becomes reality. Talent may open doors, but discipline keeps them open. It is not about feeling inspired or waiting for motivation to strike. It's about doing what must be done, regardless of how you feel. Discipline is the commitment to progress even when the excitement fades. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep, staying focused when distractions call your name, and choosing purpose over pleasure. Many people fail not because they lack potential, but because they lack consistency. They start strong but fade when the journey gets hard. Discipline separates the temporary achievers from those who leave legacies. It is the quiet force that builds character, endurance, and mastery. Discipline teaches you to control your impulses, to train your emotions to serve your vision instead of destroying it. Without discipline, passion burns out quickly. It's easy to dream, but discipline turns dreams into daily habits. It forces you to confront your excuses, to manage your time, and to master your mind. The one who has discipline rules over their own chaos. They don't wait for perfect conditions because they understand that perfection is built through repetition. Each day of discipline is a brick laid toward success. The results may not appear immediately, but they accumulate in silence until one day, the evidence cannot be ignored. Discipline rewards those who persist when progress feels invisible. People often think success is about luck or opportunity, but those things mean nothing without discipline. Opportunity only benefits the prepared. Luck favors the one who kept moving when no one else did. Discipline is not about punishment, it's about alignment, aligning your actions with your intentions. It demands sacrifice because growth and comfort cannot coexist. The disciplined mind knows that momentary discomfort leads to lasting greatness. Discipline creates focus, and focus creates excellence. Every athlete, every leader, every visionary who has changed the world has one thing in common: the ability to remain disciplined when others lose direction. Discipline also demands self-respect. When you follow through on your commitments, you build trust with yourself. Each time you do what you said you would, you strengthen your confidence and integrity. The more you keep your word, the stronger your foundation becomes. A disciplined life isn't ruled by emotion but by principle. It requires saying no to what's easy so you can say yes to what's necessary. It demands that you push beyond what's comfortable, because comfort is the enemy of growth. Discipline trains you to act based on values, not moods. Every act of discipline is an act of victory over weakness. It transforms potential into performance, and intention into impact. The one who masters discipline becomes unstoppable because they no longer depend on external motivation. They have learned the power of consistency, the strength of perseverance, and the fulfillment that comes from knowing that every step taken in discipline leads closer to purpose. Pain and struggle are not signs of failure, they are evidence that you are on the path of growth. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has walked through discomfort, faced resistance, and endured moments of doubt. Growth never comes wrapped in comfort because pain is the tool that shapes character. It refines the mind, strengthens endurance, and exposes what truly lives inside you. The truth is, struggle reveals what ease conceals. When life becomes difficult, it's not working against you, it's working for you. It's pulling out the potential that only pressure can release. Without pain, strength remains dormant. Without struggle, greatness remains a concept. Those who run from pain run from their own development. Pain teaches you what pleasure cannot. It teaches patience, humility, and resilience. It breaks the illusion that success is instant and reminds you that everything worth having demands a price. Every challenge carries a lesson, every hardship carries wisdom, and every failure holds the seeds of understanding. Struggle forces you to dig deeper than comfort ever will. It shows you who you are when everything else is stripped away. You cannot learn endurance in ease. You cannot discover your limits without testing them. The fire of adversity purifies intention. It separates those who are interested from those who are committed. When you encounter struggle, you have two choices: to surrender or to evolve. The pain you feel is not meant to destroy you, it's meant to develop you. Most people quit not because they are weak but because they misinterpret pain. They see it as punishment instead of preparation. But pain is the most honest teacher life offers. It doesn't flatter, it refines. It breaks what's unnecessary so what's essential can emerge. Every breakthrough is born through breaking. The seed must crack before it grows, the muscle must tear before it strengthens, the heart must endure pressure before it expands. Growth demands pain because transformation is uncomfortable. The struggle you face today is shaping the strength you'll need tomorrow. It's preparing you for responsibilities you cannot yet carry. The pain you feel now will one day become the wisdom you share. Those who learn to endure without complaint, to suffer with purpose, become unstoppable. They no longer fear difficulty because they understand it's a process of elevation. Pain is not permanent, but the lessons it gives are eternal. The more you resist it, the more it persists, but the more you embrace it, the faster it refines you. Every great achiever has a story filled with struggle, rejection, failure, and perseverance. They didn't escape pain, they learned to use it. Pain became their fuel, their teacher, their reminder that they were still alive and still capable. Struggle doesn't mean you're off course, it means you're being stretched for something greater. You cannot reach new levels living in old comfort zones. Growth is born in resistance, and pain is the proof that transformation is taking place. Consistency is the quiet power that separates the dreamers from the doers. It is the act of showing up every single day, whether you feel inspired or not. Motivation may start the journey, but only consistency sustains it. It is easy to begin when energy is high and the vision feels exciting, but the true test of greatness lies in your ability to continue when the excitement disappears. Consistency is not glamorous, it's not loud or dramatic. It's the steady, disciplined repetition of effort that compounds over time. It's doing the work even when there's no applause, no recognition, and no immediate results. Every small action you take consistently builds momentum, and momentum is what transforms effort into excellence. Those who rely on motivation will always be inconsistent because motivation is temporary. It rises and falls like emotion, unpredictable and unreliable. But consistency is rooted in decision, not emotion. It's the declaration that says, "I will show up, no matter what." The world rewards persistence because it proves faith. Every time you stay committed, you're sending a message to your future that you are serious about what you're building. Success is not about intensity, it's about continuity. It's about doing a little every day, knowing that consistency is the mother of mastery. The greatest performers, athletes, and thinkers all understand this truth. Repetition creates reliability, and reliability creates greatness. Consistency also builds character. It strengthens your ability to endure the process without losing focus on the outcome. It teaches patience, because consistent effort rarely brings instant gratification. The results of consistency are invisible at first, but over time, they become undeniable. Every day you remain faithful to the process, you build a reputation with yourself, a reputation of trust and dependability. That trust becomes the foundation for confidence. You begin to believe in your ability to finish what you start because your actions prove it daily. Consistency teaches integrity, it aligns your actions with your intentions. Many people give up not because they lack ability but because they lack patience. They expect progress to appear instantly and abandon their goals when the path becomes long. But consistency understands timing. It knows that growth takes time, that seeds take seasons to sprout, and that discipline is not wasted even when results are delayed. Those who remain consistent during seasons of silence are the ones who eventually break through. The moment you decide to be consistent, you take control of your progress. You no longer depend on circumstances or emotions to drive you, you become driven by commitment. Every great transformation in life is the result of persistent, unseen work. Consistency is not just a habit, it's a mindset. It's the refusal to give up, the courage to continue, and the strength to repeat the right actions until success becomes inevitable. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent enough to let time multiply your effort and turn it into mastery. Greatness is never achieved in comfort, it is born in sacrifice. Every person who has accomplished something extraordinary has paid a price that most are unwilling to pay. Success demands that you let go of ease, pleasure, and distraction in order to embrace purpose, focus, and perseverance. To reach the highest version of yourself, you must be willing to give up what is convenient for what is necessary. Sacrifice is the currency of progress. It separates the committed from the casual, the disciplined from the distracted, the purposeful from the passive. The road to greatness is paved with decisions that hurt in the moment but heal your future. Every sacrifice you make today becomes the foundation of strength you stand on tomorrow. Commitment means staying loyal to what you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has faded. It's choosing consistency over comfort, purpose over pleasure, and discipline over distraction. Sacrifice demands self-control, the ability to say no to things that bring temporary satisfaction so you can say yes to things that bring lasting fulfillment. Most people want success but are unwilling to let go of comfort. They want transformation without transition, reward without resistance. But growth doesn't work that way. Every new level requires a new version of you, and that version is formed through sacrifice. To become who you are meant to be, you must release who you used to be. Sacrifice is not a punishment, it's a process of refinement. It strips away the unnecessary so the essential can emerge. When you choose sacrifice, you are declaring that your future is worth more than your excuses. You are proving that your dreams are not negotiable. Greatness does not come to those who wish for it, it comes to those who work for it, those who trade comfort for commitment. Every sacrifice builds resilience. It trains your spirit to endure pressure and your mind to stay focused when distractions surround you. The more you give up what weakens you, the more power you gain over your destiny. Commitment is tested when the journey becomes difficult. It's easy to stay focused when progress is visible, but real commitment shows when nothing seems to be working. Those are the moments when many quit, but the committed push harder. They understand that the struggle is part of the shaping, that every delay hides a lesson, and that every sacrifice is preparing them for what they prayed for. Sacrifice teaches you patience and strengthens your will. It builds the discipline to keep moving when emotions fade. To achieve greatness, you must be willing to pay a price others avoid. You may have to let go of sleep, entertainment, comfort, or even relationships that hold you back. The sacrifices may hurt now, but they build the version of you capable of carrying success later. Greatness requires not just ambition but endurance, the ability to stay committed to the process long after the excitement has disappeared. This is not the year to talk about change, this is the year to execute it. Words have power, but only action gives them life. Too many people have spent years declaring their intentions, setting goals, and making promises that never leave the paper they were written on. Dreams without action are fantasies, and goals without discipline are just wishes. 2026 demands execution. It demands proof, not plans. You cannot keep rehearsing the same speech about change while living the same habits that created your current situation. The difference between talking about success and living it is action, consistent, deliberate, daily action that turns ideas into impact. Change does not happen through emotion, it happens through motion. The time for preparation is over, now is the time for performance. Every vision, every dream, every purpose placed inside you is waiting for movement. Talking about it gives comfort because it feels like progress, but until you execute, nothing changes. Execution is the bridge between intention and manifestation. It doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. You may not have everything figured out, but movement creates clarity. The longer you wait for perfect conditions, the further your opportunity drifts away. You don't need to see the entire path to take the first step, you just need to trust that progress comes from movement, not discussion. Execution requires courage, the courage to face uncertainty, to risk failure, and to confront fear. Every great breakthrough begins with someone who decided to act despite not being ready. The ones who achieve are not those who always know what to do, they are those who do something even when they don't. Execution separates potential from reality. It is the act of proving your commitment through effort, not excuses. When you execute, you teach yourself that results are born from responsibility, not luck. Each step forward builds momentum, and momentum turns ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. 2026 will not reward those who wait, it will reward those who move. It will favor the ones who turn their pain into purpose, their discipline into drive, and their effort into evidence. Execution is about alignment, aligning what you say you want with what you actually do. Many people say they want change, but few are willing to change their routines, their environments, or their mindset. Execution forces you to confront your patterns, to break old habits, and to replace talk with transformation. You cannot step into a new season with the same level of commitment that failed you last year. This is the year to stop explaining and start building. To stop hoping and start doing. To stop saying, someday, and make today that day. Change is not an event. It's a decision that must be renewed every morning through action. The proof of your desire will be seen in your execution. not in your explanation. 2026 belongs to the doers, the disciplined, the consistent, and the committed.